Here's a question most people never think to ask. What if the most important investment you ever make isn't your biggest one? What if it's not the $50,000 you put into real estate someday, or the massive portfolio you build in your 40s? What if the single most powerful investment you will ever make in your entire life is your very first $1,000? That sounds almost too simple, too small. And honestly, most people completely dismiss this idea because $1,000 doesn't feel like it matters. It doesn't feel like it's going to change anything. You look at that number and think, that's a vacation. That's a few months of eating out. That's not wealth. That's just a start. But here's what nobody tells you. That first $1,000 doesn't just grow your bank account. It rewires your brain. It changes how you see money, how you make decisions. And if you let it, it quietly sets in motion a chain of events that can shape the rest of your financial life. So today, we're going to talk about why that first $1,000 invested is so much more than just a number. Let's start with how most people actually think about investing. They picture it as something you do later, once you're making more money, once the bills are paid, once life calms down. There's always a reason to wait, and the reason always sounds reasonable. I'll start when I have more to invest. $1,000 won't even make a dent. I'll lose it anyway. I don't know what I'm doing. And so people wait. Months turn into years. Life gets more expensive. And somehow the right moment to start never quite arrives. This is one of the most common money mistakes people make. And it's not because they're bad with money. It's because of the way our brains are wired. Humans are terrible at understanding exponential growth. We think in straight lines. We assume that if $1,000 feels small today, it will always feel small. We can't feel the curve. We can only see what's right in front of us. And that blind spot costs people. Not just money, but time. Years of compounding that they can never get back. Let's break this down simply. When you invest money, it earns a return. That return gets added to your original amount. Then that larger amount earns a return. And then that even larger amount earns a return. This is compounding.